events, and we're happy to do it at no charge. To take advantage of our offer, we ask that you let us know about the event at least 2 weeks ahead of time. Write down the important information. You know, who, what, where, when, and so on. Include a name and phone number of a contact person and mail or deliver the information to KXO, 420 Main Street, El Centro, California, 92243. Our email address is kxoamfm@kxoradio.com. The information you supply may be used as community news, public service announcements on the KXO info line, or on our website. If you're paying for promotion with another advertising medium, we do offer special nonprofit group rates to promote your event. KXO AM 1230 wants to work with you and your community group to make our Imperial Valley a better place. Tell us what's going on and we'll tell everyone else. KXO AM 1230, here to make a difference in the Valley.
Well, are you aware? Today is Wildlife Day. It's Newspaper Carrier Day. It's Macadamia Nut Day. Newspaper carrier. Yeah, I know there are still newspaper delivery people. Yeah, but there's no paper boys or paper girls. Yeah, a thing of the past. Yeah, and that was, for so many, the first job that had some responsibilities. Yeah. Oh, yes. I can remember delivering papers. I can remember trying to collect from deadbeats. All part of growing up and being a paper boy. This week, by the way, marks the 50th birthday of the ATM. A study shows the average ATM has billions of germs. Yeah, great, right? Terrific. Yeah. Now you're going to be stressed when you're withdrawing money, right? And I'm still wondering, I have no idea why the drive-up ATM has the buttons in Braille. Yeah, there's got to be a reason. I'm just not sure. Birthdays today, we can celebrate, and we will celebrate our big shot birthdays. Actress Mitzi Gaynor is 88. Actor Kenneth Kimmons from Coach, he's 78. Bubba Knight, he's one of the Pips, is 77. Actress Jennifer Salt is 75. Ronald LaPred of the Commodores, 69. Actress Judith Ivey, 68. Martin Chambers, he plays drums for the Pretenders, 68. Actor Lawrence Hilton Jacobs from Welcome Back Kotter, 66. Actress Candy Alexander, 62. Actor, comedian Damon Wayans, 59. Actor Noah Taylor is 50. Actress Ione Skye, 49. Let's see, actor Wes Bentley, 41. Actor Max Greenfield is 40. And actress Whitney Cummings, 37. Singer James Bay is 29. Actor Trevor Gagnon is 24. And it's a national holiday. Yeah, singer Beyonce Knowles is 38. No, it hasn't been declared a national holiday? I'm surprised.
Enter to win a Cold Stone Creamery ice cream birthday cake.
I love cake.
Yeah! Oh, yes.
Every week, we'll give away a delicious Cold Stone Creamery ice cream birthday cake, and you could win.
I think it's time to celebrate!
Do you have a birthday?
Mm-hmm. Roger that.
Yes. Then call, email, or regular mail us the date, include your name, address, and phone number. Every Friday morning, we'll pick a winner for that week. Send us the birthdays of your family, your coworkers, and your friends. We'll put the information in our database, then send them birthday greetings on their special day. And every week, we pick a winner for the Cold Stone Creamery ice cream birthday cake.
Where no matter how you slice it, it's a piece of cake.
Let's see who will have their cake and eat it, too.
Don't wait. Enter now and get ready to win.
Oh, my God, really? That is too cool.
On AM 1230.
We're celebrating our KXO Cold Stone Creamery birthdays today. Happy birthday, Alice Flores, Sandro Rees, Linda Hunt, Jose Luis Medina, Drew Garcia, Nathan Bejarano, George Sotelo, Rosie Silva, Ivan Sanchez, Lauren Layton, Carolyn Salazar, Louis Imperial, Yvonne Cianas, Cecilia Duran, Nancy Gamas, and Patricia Saldivar. Happy birthday from KXO and Cold Stone Creamery. And each and every one on our list eligible for the KXO Cold Stone Creamery Ice Cream Birthday Cakes we award every Friday. Well, let's see. It is a Wednesday already. 4th day of September. Already September. Just waiting for the west winds, right?
Yeah. Well, they're coming. I don't know about, let's say, breezes. We're supposed to have 2 days in a row. And that the breeze will come out of the west.
Yes. Yeah.
So that's a good sign.
It is. It's always a good sign. And, you know, my philosophy has always been, and I've shared it, when it starts cooling off in the evenings, that, to me, is the end of summer.
That's right.
So it's, you know, I don't mind 105, 108 daytime, as long as it drops into the mid-70s at night. And the early mornings are absolutely gorgeous.
Long as you get that swing of temperature from day to night.
Yes. Now, of course, I don't work outside, so that may have something to do with it as well.
Just slightly.
Yes.
Just slightly.
Okay. Oh, well. Oh, by the way, did Valor win?
Did Valor win? You mean football?
Yes.
No, but they're getting better. They're improving.
Okay. Now, and he doesn't really care whether he wins or loses, does he?
Not really.
No.
Not really.
And that's the way it should be. I'm out there. I'm having fun. I'm playing a game.
Just send me which way to the end zone.
Yes.
That's what he wants to know.
Ah, yes.
He missed it this last game by 1 foot.
Ah.
You know the old saying, game of inches.
Yes. Sorry about that, Chief.
Yeah.
I missed it by that much.
That much.
Yes.
So, till next time, they have a bye this weekend, so it'll be another week.
Oh, they're not going to El Paso to play?
No, not going to El Paso. Isn't that incredible?
That is incredible, but when you think about it, going to El Paso is roughly an 8-hour drive.
Right.
Okay. You go up north to play, and it's a 10 to 12-hour drive.
Right. And what's gone on, that's not unheard of.
No.
At all.
No, it isn't. And especially since the Del Valle High School in El Paso is picking up the tab.
Yeah, the lodging and the transportation. And they were in need, too. They needed a game just like Central. And
they needed a quality opponent.
Right. Because that would hurt them otherwise, just like it would hurt the Spartans, too. So, there you have it.
Well, we've got news if you're ready.
We're ready.
World and California news headlines brought to you this morning by your friends, your indoor comfort specialist, where they make sure you're comfortable all year round. We're talking about lock air conditioning and custom sheet metal.
CBS News Update. YouTube's parent company has agreed to pay a record fine for harvesting information from kids who use the channel. Correspondent Gary Nunn.
The $170 million penalty will settle Federal Trade Commission allegations against YouTube, owned by Google, that it unlawfully obtained data about young viewers without first getting approval from their parents. YouTube earned millions of dollars, then used the information to target advertising to children. The penalty is the largest ever by the FTC against Google.
CNET's Joan Salzman says it's not just about the money.
The dollar amount won't create changes, but we do know that YouTube and Google have announced a set of sweeping changes to how they treat all kids' content on YouTube.
In a statement, YouTube says it's worked hard to create thoughtful, original children's content, and it says it's committed to getting it right. CBS News Update. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
Whatever the weather brings this summer, you can rely on a York Affinity Premium Comfort System to keep your home cool and comfortable. Our new Affinity systems are smarter, more connected, and more efficient than ever before, and cut your energy costs by as much as 50%. Call Lock Air Conditioning, your local York dealer, at 760-353-4501. That's 353-4501 to schedule a free evaluation of your system and learn how you can move up to a new level of comfort and efficiency this season. Call now and ask about our 10-year extended labor warranty. Contractor's license 696216.
California headline news, 20 bodies recovered, the search for 14 others suspended off the Santa Barbara coast. Sheriff Bill Brown saying they'll need DNA testing to identify the victims of Monday morning's diving boat fire.
There was an extraordinarily hot fire, and the bodies do exhibit signs of extreme thermal damage.
Brown says up to 6 more bodies have been spotted on the ocean floor. The boat sinking in about 60 feet of water off Santa Cruz Island. 5 crew members believed to be the only survivors. 2 Northern California cities to share $5 million in state funding to deal with an influx of campfire survivors. The money to help improve infrastructure in Chico and Oroville.
People don't always think about all the impacts that come in a disaster. The surrounding communities take people in and deal with the surge in population.
Assemblyman James Gallagher, the money to help efforts to address public safety, roads, and other impacts. Facebook ending the face recognition feature that automatically suggests users tag their friends in their uploaded photos. Were sued over the feature in Illinois. Jeff Scott, California News.
World in California News headlines brought to you this morning by Lock Air Conditioning. For all your air conditioning and sheet metal needs, call Lock Air Conditioning today.
They get very little glory, but are called by some the unsung heroes of the gridiron. The guys on the offensive line are this week's Geico go-to players.
Geico's go-to player.
With great nicknames like the Hogs, the Electric Company, and the Homeboys, a good O-line is essential to a successful team at any level of the game, whether it's making holes for the running back to run through or protecting the quarterback from getting hit. So here's to the big guys up front.
Great news! There's a quick way you could save money. Switch to Geico. Go to geico.com, and in 15 minutes, you could save 15% or more on car insurance.
This farm's been in our family for 3 generations, but we nearly lost it all after John's back injury. His pain was just unbearable. But what really slowed him down was the medication. They say anyone can get addicted to opioid pain meds. I guess John's a good example of that. Eventually, our doctor helped him taper off, and now he's his old self again and back out on the farm.
Your pain is real, but so are the risks. For more information, go to therisksareal.cdph.ca.gov.
It's page 1 of the local news, a service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers. They've got 2 locations in the valley, one in Brawley at Highway 86 and Julia Drive, the other in El Centro on Imperial Avenue, right next to Food for Less.
Taking a look at the latest in local news for a Wednesday morning, it was a relatively quiet holiday weekend. George Gale has more.
According to the stats released by the California Highway Patrol, statistics covered the 3-day Labor Day weekend. CHP went into their maximum enforcement mode at 6 p.m. Friday. It continued until 11:59 Monday night. During that period, there were 4 property damage-only collisions, 2 minor injury collisions, 9 DUI arrests in the El Centro sector, and 1 DUI arrest in the Winter Haven sector. Stats cover the entire Imperial County. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
A major power outage in Mexico. It covered most of northern Baja California. At around 3:45 Monday afternoon, the power went out in all of Tijuana and parts of Ensenada, Rosarito, and Tecate. About 22% of the power and customers were in the dark. Power was restored by Tuesday morning. Ironically, power never went out in Mexicali, especially since officials say the cause of the outage was the failure of 2 generators in Mexicali. The failures forced the Federal Electricity Commission to order power be cut to the areas affected. Once the generators were repaired, power was restored. KXO News Time 7:43.
It's Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers for your service needs. Whether it's a lube job, oil and filter change, brake job, battery or wheel balance and alignment, Quick Lane can handle it. And Quick Lane services all makes and all models. Oh, and by the way, you never need an appointment. Tires, all the best brands at the best price. guaranteed. See your Quick Lane Service Advisor for details. Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers in the Brawley Auto Plaza, Highway 86 and Julia Drive, and on Imperial Avenue in El Centro, right next to Food for Less.
Well, holiday enforcement has ended in most starts. George Gale explains.
But not in El Centro. The El Centro Police Department is participating in a national enforcement campaign, Drive Sober or Get Pulled Over. It began September 1st and is continuing through September 5th. During this period, El Centro Police Department will have additional officers on the road looking for drivers suspected of driving under the influence of alcohol and or drugs. DUI enforcement campaign is funded through a grant from the California Office of Traffic Safety through the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
That will conclude this edition of Local News. Stay with us for Page 2 coming up.
Page 1 of the local news, a service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers. They've got 2 locations in the valley. In the Brawley Auto Center, Highway 86 and Julia Drive. On Imperial Avenue next to Food for Less in El Centro. Quick Lane, they service all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment.
For many families, getting help with their monthly electric bill can really make a difference. IID's Residential Energy Assistance Program now allows more families than ever to participate. Qualifying customers receive a 20% discount on their monthly electric bill and up to 30% for customers aged 62 and older. Applying is easy. Visit IID's website to download an application or visit an IID customer service center near you. IID, where customers always come first.
It's Page 2 of the local news and weather, and it is brought to you this morning by David H. West Insurance Services. See David or Jose for life insurance, health insurance, or retirement planning.
Well, over the weekend, you may have heard what sounded like gunshots. Well, dove season began on Sunday. George Gale has the story. It kicked off on Saturday. For the past 10 years, wounded veterans have been honored in Brawley the day before dove season starts. The annual event is hosted by former Congressman Duncan D. Hunter. This year, over 50 vets from around the country gathered in Brawley for the event. Hunter said nobody deserves to be recognized more than a veteran who had been wounded in action. Following the event, everybody got a good night's rest, and they were all up bright and early Sunday for the first day of dove hunting season. County Board of Supervisors met on Tuesday. Here's more in the story.
They did not meet Tuesday. It was their holiday. They will be meeting several times in September, however. On September 10th, the board will hold 2 meetings. Regular Tuesday meeting will include a budget hearing at 10 a.m. The supervisors have said they hope to approve a new spending plan on that date. That evening, the board will host an off-site meeting beginning at 6 p.m. at the Ocotillo Community Park. On September 17th, board will also hold 2 meetings. Regular meeting starts in the morning. At 6 p.m. that evening, they will host another off-site meeting. This one will be held in the Sunbeam Lake RV Resort Recreation Room. All meetings are public meetings, and everyone is encouraged to attend them all. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
A restaurant locally shows its gratitude over the long Labor Day weekend. Here's more in the story. They chose Labor Day to do it. It has become a tradition. The Olive Garden in El Centro provided a warm lunch to the El Centro Fire Department and the Imperial County Fire Department. The purpose is to show their gratitude to the firefighters for always serving the community and always being there when needed. The Olive Garden said they plan to continue the tradition next year as well. We'll be back with a look at the weather.
As with most things in life, the key to achieving your long-term objectives is planning. David H. West Insurance has been helping many residents in Imperial Valley for many years with their insurance needs, from life to Medicare and financial planning too. David, Jose, and staff are ready to help you with your insurance needs. Call David H. West Insurance today for an appointment at 760-352-3411. That's 352-3411. Or stop by 8th and Commercial in El Centro.
Here's Carol Buckley with the weather update.
The National Weather Service says seasonably hot weather will persist through the week, with excessive readings this afternoon and tomorrow, and only a few degrees of cooling through the end of the week. A small weather disturbance may spark a few storms, though much of the area will remain dry. 109 the high yesterday, 85 the low. Sunny and hot today with a high near 111. Light wind becoming south about 5 miles an hour this afternoon. Partly cloudy tonight with a low around 86. South-southwest wind about 5 miles an hour. Thursday, mostly sunny with a high near 106. Southeast wind about 5 miles an hour. A 20% chance of showers and thunderstorms before 11 a.m. tomorrow. 90 degrees downtown, 38% relative humidity. Wind out of the south-southwest at 3 to 5 miles an hour. And a traffic update. Two vehicles collided, Forrester and Evan Hughes. A big rig and a Suburban. And no injuries in that accident, but drive with care in that area. Again, Forrester and West Evan Hughes Highway. Page 2 of the local news and the weather brought to you this morning by David H. West Insurance Services. See David or Jose for life insurance, health insurance, and Medicare supplemental coverage. David H. West Insurance Services.
Dad, we're hungry.
Siri, restaurants nearby.
Here are some options.
I want some chipotle fries.
And I want an Imperial Big Burger.
But I want a salad.
Okay, I just want a juicy burger and an ice cold beer. And I don't want to miss the game.
Everyone quiet, please. I have the place. Burgers and beer. Great food. Ice cold beer, and you can watch your favorite game.
Burgers and Beer has something delicious for everyone. Burgers and Beer. The best burgers in town.
You're welcome.
It's sports time, brought to you by the Imperial Hardware Company in Brawley, El Centro, and Holtville. Don't forget, Imperial's Do-It Centers is where you'll find what you need when you need it. The Orioles rolled. They beat the Rays 4-2. Yeah, the Orioles won. The Yankees ripped the Rangers 10-1. Phillies topped the Reds 6-2. Rays in the second end of a doubleheader shut out the Orioles 2-0. Nationals nipped the Mets 11-10. The Marlins edged the Pirates 5-4 in 10 innings. The White Sox got by the Indians 6-5. Twins topped the Red Sox 6-5. Braves beat the Blue Jays 7-2. Brewers outlasted the Astros 4-2. Cardinals, they topped the Giants 1-0. The Cubs over the Mariners 6-1. Royals edged the Tigers 6-5. The Athletics 7, Angels 5. Dodgers dumped the Rockies 5-3. And the Diamondbacks beat the AAA Padres 2-1.
Valley summers are hot. But the deals are always cool at Imperial Hardware Company. Visit one of our Do-It Centers today to experience the difference superior customer service can make. You'll also find great prices and selection on all of your special seasonal needs. We stock a wide variety of fans, AC filters, pool supplies, awnings, coolers, irrigation and plumbing hardware, and so much more. You see, we know exactly what Valley residents are looking for because we're locally owned and family operated, serving this community for over a century. Our Do-It Centers provide the sweet spot between convenience and selection, combining the value and variety of a warehouse store with the ease of visiting a neighborhood market. And remember, we are open 7 days a week. Visit us in Brawley, El Centro, or Holtville to find what you need when you need it. Get it done with a little help from Imperial Hardware Company.
Well, the Dallas Cowboys and Zeke have kissed and made up. Yeah, the Cowboys and Ezekiel Elliott have come to terms on a 6-year, $90 million contract extension. That's $50 million guaranteed. And the Chargers, well, they're entertaining offers for disgruntled running back Melvin Gordon. The Chargers don't want to get a new deal done, saying they won't even talk about it till the end of the season. But They do have them up on the auction block. Yeah, trade talks involving the running back. And, well, it won't be the Cowboys because they just signed Zeke. And speaking of LA football franchises, the Rams have signed Jared Goff to a 4-year, $134 million extension. Guaranteed money. Yeah, $32 million a year. Yeah, what? Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Speaking of NFL Thursday Night Football kicks off tomorrow afternoon, 4:30, right here on AM 1230, the Packers and the Bears. We will follow that with a Sunday evening game, the Steelers and the New England Patriots. Then Monday, we've got a double dip. Game 1, the Texans and the Saints, starting at 3:30 on AM 1230 KXO. And then we'll follow that with the Raiders and the Broncos in the second half of a doubleheader. That game on the Raiders station, FM 107.5. So, football. Oh, yes, and of course, Friday night we've got football. We'll tell you about that coming up tomorrow. That's it for Sports Time. Sports Time brought to you this morning by the Imperial Hardware Company Do-It Centers in El Centro, Holtville, and Brawley. You can get it done with a little help from Imperial Hardware Company. Thank you for choosing Imperial Printers Rocket Copy. In today's highly competitive business climate, your company's image is important. The printed materials your company uses conveys a major part of that image. Our graphic designers have the talent and expertise to create a lasting impression for your business. Imperial Printers Rocket Copy offers virtually any type of business solution to meet your needs. From business cards and stationery to computer forms, full-color brochures, and posters. Let our excellent service and attention to detail provide the best impression for you. Locally owned and operated, Imperial Printers Rocket Copy has locations near you at 430 West Main Street and 100 South 11th Street in El Centro and 184 South Plaza in Brawley. Financial news and a brief look at the weather next, and let's kick in with our financial editor, Dale Howard. Find out what's happening on Wall Street. Good morning, Dale.
This is Dale Howard, financial advisor with LPL Financial with the opening stock market report. U.S. stocks rebounded Wednesday morning as investors shook off weak data from a day ago and focused on signs of easing tensions in Hong Kong, the potential for new stimulus measures out of China, and growing hopes that the U.K. could avoid a disorderly exit from the European Union. The Dow Jones Industrial Average gained 164 points to trade at 26,281. The Standard & Poor's 500 Index added 19 points to reach 2,925. The NASDAQ Composite gained 62 points at 7,934. And that's the opening market report. For more information on all your investing needs, call me, Dale Howard, financial advisor with LPL Financial, at 344-6002, member FINRA SIPC. The opinions voiced in this material are for informational purpose only and are not intended to provide specific advice. All performance is historical. There's no guarantee of future results. Indices are unmanaged and cannot be invested into directly.
The Ronald McDonald House of San Diego provides a home away from home for families with children being treated for serious, often life-threatening conditions at San Diego hospitals. More than 25% of families who stay at the Ronald McDonald House of San Diego live in Imperial Valley. On Thursday, October 17th, people will have an opportunity to support all Imperial Valley families who have stayed at the Ronald McDonald House of San Diego with cash donations during Imperial Valley's 9th annual Red Shoe Day. Simply visit our volunteers with red shoes from 7 to 10 a.m. at all major intersections in Imperial Valley. All McDonald restaurants, banks, credit unions, and elementary school car line. For more information on Red Shoe Day and to give your support, log on to KXORadio.com. A message made possible by KXO AM 1230, here to make a difference in the Valley.
It will be sunny and hot today with a high near 111. Light wind becoming south about 5 miles an hour this afternoon. Partly cloudy tonight with a low around 86. South-southwest wind about 5 miles an hour. Thursday, mostly sunny with a high near 106. Southeast wind about 5 miles an hour. There is a 20% chance of showers and thunderstorms before 11 a.m. And right now downtown, we're looking at 90 degrees, 39% relative humidity, wind out of the south-southwest at 325 miles an hour. When you have a chance, check out our website, KXORadio.com. It's KXORadio.com. Yeah, and find us on Facebook, follow us on Facebook, friend us, like us. We're on Facebook.
The best oldies on the radio. KXO El Centro on AM 1230. KXO.
CBS News on the Hour, presented by Capital One Bank.
I'm Steve Kathan. Hurricane Dorian's hugging the southeast coast, starting a march from Florida to the Carolinas. National Hurricane Center Director Ken Graham says flooding is a major concern.
It's really the rainfall. You talk about the rain that's going to occur in the next couple days for Florida, for Georgia, and the possibility of 10 to 15 inches right along the coast of South Carolina and North Carolina.
The storm's a Category 2, top sustained winds holding at 105 miles an hour. CBS's Jamie Yukas in Charleston says there are concerns about the strong winds.
The government has closed today, schools have closed today, and a little bit later this afternoon, the airport will close because we are expected to see 60-mile-per-hour winds or greater a little bit later.
Officials in the Bahamas expect the hurricane death toll will rise. At least 7 were killed as Dorian's powerful fury destroyed nearly everything in its path. CBS's David Begnaud is covering.
The United Nations estimates 60,000 people in the Bahamas have had their homes flooded and are in need of food and water. 60,000 people. The Red Cross estimates nearly 99% of people living in Grand Bahama and Abaco Islands are in need of some kind of assistance. Food, water, something.
The government's fined YouTube $170 million. This will settle allegations that it collected kids' personal data without the consent of parents. Joan Salzman of CNET says it comes as the site, owned by Google, makes changes to try to abide by federal laws.
That will have not only a significant impact on what YouTube is like as an experience, but it'll also presumably change how YouTube makes money on a lot of these kinds of content.
A government watchdog group has found immigrant children separated from parents at the southern border last year showed signs of post-traumatic stress, and reunification added to the trauma. Divers will search for remains throughout the day. The victims of the scuba diving boat fire, 34 are presumed dead off the Southern California coast, including Dominic Saga's mother and 4 other members of his family.
You don't want to believe it. You want to hold on to that 1%. But at this point, it's, my heart knows.
From London, correspondent Mark Phillips has the latest on the tumultuous political battle over Brexit.
Boris Johnson no longer has a majority in Parliament. The MPs in his own party that voted against him last night have been kicked out, including, by the way, the grandson of Winston Churchill. An election now seems the likeliest outcome, and as for Brexit, it seems it's ready for another delay.
The European Union's warning businesses today to prepare for Britain to leave without any formal deal. Wall Street, the Dow is up 177. This is CBS News.
Capital One is reimagining banking, offering accounts with no fees or minimums that can be opened in 5 minutes. Capital One. What's in your wallet? Capital One N.A. Member FDIC.
If you like pina coladas, get
Spilled your pina colada? Quick, the quicker picker-upper. Bounty picks up spills and messes quicker. And is 2 times more absorbent than the leading ordinary brand. So you can get back to getting caught in the rain. Bounty, the quicker picker-upper.
Do you think all premium fuels are the same? Well, your engine doesn't. New Shell V-Power Nitro Plus helps keep your engine running like new because it's engineered to defend against 4 main engine threats: gunk, wear, corrosion, and friction. So next time, choose Shell's most advanced fuel ever. It's fuel for thought. And engines that continuously use Shell V-Power Nitro Plus premium gasoline.
A pop star and his Hollywood wife are singled out for styling.
A high-profile celebrity couple shares this year's top fashion prize.
Everyone on the beach is talking about you guys.
Actress Priyanka Chopra and her husband Nick Jonas are #1 on People's Best Dressed list. The magazine's style director says they're exciting to watch, and he enjoys fashion as much as she does. Billy Porter, Serena Williams, Lady Gaga, and Celine Dion also make 2019's list. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
Another new list sizes up the best and worst places to retire in the U.S. The website Wallet Hub, citing affordability, health care, and other factors, puts Orlando on top, followed by Tampa, Scottsdale, Arizona, Charleston, South Carolina, and Miami. At the bottom of the 182-city list, Stockton, California. Steve Kathan, CBS News.
You've got Harold Buckley with the best oldies on the radio.
I don't like it. I love it.